Hey, friends, welcome into another edition of 4 Minutes on Friday. Wanted to go back to something I had mentioned a few weeks ago as the longest study in America on, I cannot remember the name of this. I'll put the link in the description if you want to read more about this. It is the longest study of human relationships in the country. Started out in Harvard, and it is now 80 years ongoing. They started with a handful of men that were at Harvard, a handful of boys that were in a hard scrabble Boston neighborhood, and continued to follow those men through growing up. And now I believe some of their kids are being followed as well and talked to on an annual basis. Some really interesting findings in that about the importance of relationships. One of the things that I thought of in reading about this and having talked about this a couple different times in a couple different settings, it made me think about who I am, who I hang out with determines who I become. And I actually talked about this in one of those previous episodes a couple of weeks ago. So I'm not going to rehash all of that, but it kind of brought to mind a couple of specific examples of the kind of people that we can even inadvertently surround ourselves by, and then by proximity become those kinds of people. One kind of person certainly is a doubter who looks at every situation and says, "Well, this is not going to work. That'll never work," or looks at a possibility or something that the group is doing or something that they are going to have to do, and their initial attitude is, "Well, this is probably going to suck." That is a doubter. Just a couple of examples of how a doubter ends up showing up. Another one that I often think of, because I have been around people like this, is a remember winner. This is someone who is always caught in the past and always going, "Oh, hey, remember when we were here? Remember when we did this? Remember when we went to that place?" And it seems... Now, you would have to spend a lot of time with these individuals to know if this were true, but it often seems like they feel like the best things that happened to them, the best part of their lives, was in the past, and that is a dangerous way to live, because it doesn't point towards a hopeful future. It doesn't point towards a belief that we're headed towards something really beautiful, really wonderful. So I guess my encouragement to you is to evaluate who it is that you are hanging around with, who it is that you are surrounding yourself with, who it is that you're allowing to influence you. I think this was Rick Warren that a bunch of years ago said that leadership is not tied to your position, but leadership is tied to your influence. Leadership is influence. So all of us, regardless of title, have influence on other people, whether that be our family or work situations. But you have a leadership influence in the lives of the people that you are around, and we need to take stock in that, to treat that with a great deal of reverence, to take it seriously, to realize that our lives are impacting someone else on a regular basis. So maybe just take note of who it is that you're hanging around with. Are they a doubter? Are they a remember winner? Are they a person constantly filled with regret and sorrow over things that have happened? Or are they someone who is constantly looking to the horizon, looking for the next beautiful, wonderful thing? Take stock of who you're hanging around with, because according to that study from Harvard that is now 80 years on, we are the summation of the people that we hang out with, the people that we spend our time with. I think the numbers are either the top 3 or top 5 people that we hang with. We are the average of those people. So who are you hanging out with? Who is getting your time? Who are you spending time with? All right. See you next week.